and welcome to... Good afternoon, Beer Sweden, and welcome to... Hej allihopa och välkomna till... Nej. That'll do.
That's brilliant.
We on? Hello everyone and welcome to BeerSwedenTV, the first episode. Really excited to be here. As you can see, it's a beautiful spring day. You can see the sunshine beaming in here to Beer Sweden HQ. And today we are going to be trying some Easter beers. I don't know whether you know, but yesterday there was a big launch of Swedish Easter beers. 12 different beers went on sale yesterday. I've got two of them here, two of which I think probably are the best of the bunch, or certainly two of the best of the bunch. So we're going to be trying two of those. I'll tell you what I think about those. The other thing we're going to be doing, of course, is me waffling on to you about what we're going to try and achieve with BeerSwedenTV. And that is to basically explore the world of beer. I hope that between you and me in the next few episodes we'll be able to have a little look at different beer styles, try some of the beers that are available here in Sweden. I'm going to focus quite a lot actually on the Swedish microbreweries, because I think they're really important, and I think there's not a lot of people that's really saying a lot about them. So we're going to use BeerSwedenTV to get behind the scenes, have a look at the beers, meet some of the brewers hopefully, take the camera off the tripod, get outside, get to the breweries, so that you get a real flavour and a real sort of look at what's going on here in Beer Sweden. So that's kind of the point of BeerSwedenTV. I'm not going to waffle on too much about me. If you have a look at the blog, of course, www.beersweden.se, you'll see that I've written an awful lot about myself already. So enough of that, or at least said the better. But the main thing is we're gonna try a few beers, and hopefully you'll enjoy the ride along with me. I've got my able camera, well he's not that able to be honest with you, I've got my cameraman Trev behind the camera. Trev's, I think it's fair to say, Trev, that you're not really a beer fan, you know. Well, I say beer fan, he's a...
I'm not a connoisseur, I like my beer.
Yeah, he's a typical sort of English beer drinker. He drinks one type of beer and lots of it. So this is obviously, hopefully, going to be quite educational for Trev as well. As I say, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's start off, shall we? The first beer on Beer Sweden, and that is going to be this one here from Ep01. Ep01 is one of, I would say, the Premier League of microbrewers here in Sweden. It's based down in Dalarna. If no one knows where that is, I think, Trev, if you can throw up a little picture of Sweden, we can pinpoint exactly where that is. Yeah. But Ep01 are quite a small microbrewery, but they've grown enormously in the last few years. And they produce some fantastic beers. They're very solid. They've kept their eye on the ball. The quality is always exceptional. You know, pretty much you can't go wrong with an Ep01. It's as simple as that. And you know, one of the beers that, if you look at Beer Sweden, you'll see that I keep raving about. I think it's probably the best beer in Sweden right now. Can I say that? Can I say a bit early on to give the game away? But certainly one of the best beers in Sweden right now is Ep01's Amarillo Spring. If you haven't tried it, get to the Systembolaget, buy a bottle. If you live outside the country, beg, steal, borrow, do whatever you need to do to get a bottle, because seriously, fantastic beer. This is their Easter beer. It's an ale, of course. It's 25 crowns 60 in the Systembolaget. The article number is 1345. Okay. It's an ale, of course, 5.3%. So let's pop this one open, see what we get from it. So what is an Easter beer? What do you think about Easter, Trevor? You into Easter?
Don't believe in Easter.
Don't believe in Easter. Okay, I think we'll get onto religion probably in the second episode. Easter beers to me, what are they? Well, you know, it's been pretty cold here, living up here in the north of Sweden for the last five or 6 months. We've had a record amount of snow, been drinking lots of dark sort of heavy beers, porters, stouts, that sort of thing, thick, heavy, alcoholic. So to me, Easter is really a time when we can start drinking lighter beers, more sort of zesty beers, beers with a little bit more sort of pizzazz to them, a bit lighter, refreshing, spring-like, exactly as you can see now with with the sun streaming in. So that's what I'm looking for. In terms of beer with the food, again, at Easter in Sweden we're eating a lot of sort of sill, herring, pickled herring, eggs, a lot of creme fraiche sort of sauces and things like that. So what I'm after in my beer has to be light, has to be invigorating, and it has to be hoppy. That's the key to me. An Easter beer should be hoppy. There is no real Easter style of beer, but to me an Easter beer should be hoppy. And I pretty much can guarantee you, oh yeah, that Oppigård is going to produce one hell of a hoppy beer. And they've done it again with this one. Lots and lots of sort of resinous pine on this one. It's like almost like walking through a pine forest. You're getting bark, you're getting sort of wet needle, a little bit of grapefruit, but it's earthy. It's kind of like a walk in the woods, outdoors. Lovely nose on it. Look at the colour too, very sort of coppery, sort of amber colour, beautiful. And again, nice head retention, very sort of off-white, almost beige head to it. Attractive, very attractive looking beer. Oh, fantastic, fantastic nose. Let's take a little slurp. And as you'll see, there's two things you'll see. First of all, number one, never spit the beer out. There's another guy called Gary something or other that does that. He spits the beer out, or spits the wine out, but we're not going to spit any beer out here at Beer Sweden. This stuff's far too good to waste, this beer in particular. A lot of sweetness up front, a lot of tropical fruit, a lot of toffee, very sweet, mid-palate, little bit watery for me, I have to say. It's a little bit light. I'm hoping for a little bit more malt there to sort of carry it. The body of the beer is a little bit skinny for me, for my liking. Lovely hop nose up front, lots of sweetness up front there too. You've got a bit of malt, a bit of sort of toffee malt going on, and again at the end you're getting this very long sort of bitter finish, which I like, I love. So it's kind of almost there but not quite. So a great attempt, very drinkable beer. Got a sort of an ABV 5.3 this beer, Trent? Yeah, 5.3. That is very drinkable. So it's one of those beers that you can have more than one of if you want to. And I can see this going exceptionally well on the dining room table when you're eating your Easter food. So big thumbs up for that one. I give it 3.5, 4. I'm feeling pretty good. It's the first episode of BeerSwedenTV, so what the hey, let's give it a 4. Let's give it 3 3/4. Can we do that? Can we give it 3 3/4? Is that?
Well, I don't know. Don't you want to do decimal? We're in Sweden. Don't you want to do decimal?
We'll give it. No. I'm still imperial. We'll give it 3. We'll give it 4. To hell with it. We'll give it 4. It's good stuff. Okay, moving on. Sigtuna Easter Ale. This is one of 2 beers that Sigtuna have launched just yesterday. The other one's called Röd Påsk, which is Red Easter in English. This is the yellow version. It's a bit like sort of the Matrix really. You've got a choice of taking the red pill or taking the yellow one. And I'm going yellow, okay? I think it's a fantastic beer. Now, a lot of these beers that I'm going to be sort of testing with you are going to be spontaneous. The first time I tried them. I'll be honest with you that these 2 beers I've tried before. So this is nothing new to me. But I'm hoping they're going to taste as good as I've said that they did taste in the past. This one's lived up to its billing. This one, I did actually stick my neck out a few weeks ago on Beer Sweden and say I thought it was going to be one of the beers of the year. So we'll see whether I was right, whether I was wrong.